record. Recording started. Okay. Hello, this is the extended week ahead for the Venus in Leo group. Week 8, guys. Week 8. All right. We are at the halfway point, or Sunday is the halfway point of this journey. So, so you can go to see the other one on YouTube. This, like I said, is the extended version for the Venus in Leo group. Okay, so this week we started off with an Aries moon, but then by 4:25 today, being Monday, the moon has moved into Taurus, which is now being ruled by Venus retrograde, and her getting closer to the conjunction of the sun. So all of the things in our life, well, I mean, now that the moon is in Taurus, it is the things concerned with our comfort and security, our values. All right, so it's just on the other side of the North Node there. So today's journey started with us reminiscing or remembering all of the past hurts. Now, with it being in between Chiron and the North Node, I feel like it was one of those that happened. It made me stronger, and now I'm moving this way type of energy. Like I didn't feel like it was very like brash and rash. So it was awesome, Heather. So yeah, so we have now moved on. The moon is in Taurus, and it is straight away going in. Oh no, we've got a separating square to Pluto, so that's all right. That was earlier on today. So like I said, it was more of a remembering that, oh yeah, that happened, let's move on, let's transform. Like that first square to Pluto, we're just sort of we're cruising through even Pluto stuff, so it's awesome. Because also the Pluto is square to those nodes. So, a square is a tension sign, but it's also something to build upon. So we've got to be careful with squares that we don't come rushing headlong around corners without being careful. All right. So if you just rush around the corner without looking where you're going, you can run into things. So we approach squares with caution. Okay. All right. So, sorry. All right, so I'm going to move to Tuesday because Tuesday, well, I mean, we were halfway through, we're nearly through Monday anyway, but Tuesday, all right, so we wake up with the conjunction to, go forward, Tuesday, all right. So we wake up with the conjunction to Jupiter starting to come into effect. So this is awesome. We've got a fun morning, or, a morning where there's a whole lot more understanding. And like I said, with the moon in Taurus, we've got things of comfort, security, values, finances, heightened understanding of situations. And then when you put together today's stuff, we're just evolving further along as we go through the day. Now, tomorrow there is also a trine to Mercury. So not only can we have enjoyable activities, maybe some adventures, like I said, heightened understandings, but with the trine to Mercury, we also can express ourselves with a whole lot more clarity. All right. So if there is something that requires routine, we can work things out better in a logical manner. We can consolidate. So, I mean, you think of consolidating, usually it's a financial term, but we can also have a look at all of those things on our plates. All right, because Venus, she's coming close to that moment where she gets to the heart of the matter. So cazimi, Venus conjunct the sun, Venus, as it comes close to the sun, you can just think about the sun as the spotlight, and Venus getting closer to that journey is all the things that we're learning about ourselves at this time are becoming clearer and clearer and clearer in our world view. All right, now we've already had, we've had some squares to Uranus, and we've had some oppositions you know, to Hygeia. So our well-being has been in the spotlight. Our likes and dislikes have been coming up. You know, our dissatisfaction, how we have lessened our own importance in order to satisfy other people. Like these are the themes that are coming up and that we have in our face. So as this moon comes up to Jupiter, we're getting it. All right, we're really starting to understand all of the nuances. Now, in addition to the conjunction to Jupiter, the trine to Mercury, there is a square to the sun happening later on in the day. As you can see here, the moon is at 9 in the morning, 9 degrees, and the sun is at 15. So as the day grows, and the moon grows, the tension in the air is getting stronger. So hopefully tomorrow, as like the moon is conjunct Jupiter at 5:30 p.m. All right, and then at the same time there is this sun square moon aspect happening. So it is a time of stress. However, there is also a trine to Mars happening. All right, so this is also adding to the agitation. Now, remembering that not all stress is bad. You know, sometimes think of a race or a competition or something where you're putting yourself out on a limb and you get excited nerves. That is stress. You know, so you know when you look at stress, it's like our adrenal system. You know, there's confusion. There's all sorts of physical feelings that we get when we get stressed. Sun square moon is a stressful aspect. So, like I said, with all the understandings that we're going, is the stress that you may experience just a new day dawning or a new experience dawning? By 5:30, 6:30, the moon is now past Jupiter and on its way to Uranus. So not only do we have the sun square the moon and that tension, we have the excitability and the changing landscape of the moon coming up to conjunct Uranus. So we're lucky in a sense because, you know, it's going to be really late. I'm just going to continue to click through. So I usually set it about 8:30 because at least everyone's up by then, and straight into the moon conjunct Uranus. So, okay, so if we look at Wednesday as a growing experience, then, sorry, if we look at Tuesday as a growing experience, we still have the moon in Taurus on Wednesday morning, but it's going to be conjunct Uranus. So Wednesday is looking to be way more unsettled. So can we make the understandings of Tuesday, can we transmute them into genius level understanding? I hope that makes sense. You know, Uranus is the way we do things differently. It's our authenticity. It's our genius brain. It's our humanitarian. It's we just do it different, quirky. We are less concerned with our emotions and more concerned with society, humanity as a whole. Although we can also get caught up in group mentality thinking. So, well, why did I think that? I don't know. Just keep an eye out for Wednesday morning and try not to get convinced into something that's not necessarily true. Okay, I don't know what that is, but I feel like it's something. So Wednesday morning, all right, like I said, we're unsettled. There is also a square to Venus. So is something on Wednesday, is a change in our experience unsettling to us? Yes, it is. It's squaring Venus. Something about it you don't like because it might be pushing you out of your comfort zone. All those things make sense. Is it something that you have discovered Tuesday that is continuing on to Wednesday, pushing you in a new direction? All right. So Now, on Wednesday, it is our second, all right, 8:15 p.m. I'll just continue on. All right, this is the second of our Venus square Uranus aspects. All right, so there we go. This is for 8:33 and it's at 00. So now, what did I write about this one? Actually, I'm going to stop share for a second. Okay. Okay, so picking back off where I just left off. All right. So we come up to the second hit on the 9th of Wednesday, the 9th of August of the Venus square Uranus. All right. So the first hit, we were really starting to we were just approaching situations where we were looking with new eyes. With this second hit, it is in our face what the problem is. Some of these things might have already unraveled, or you may, we've been talking a lot about honesty and conversations and addressing issues that have been swept under the carpet. So here we are. If you have done nothing in regards to this Venus, Venus in her, regal garb and Uranus over there in Taurus, shaking up our comfort and security. Some of the things that you could be experiencing are disruptions in relationships. Plenty of those on the cards. Challenges to your comfort and security. Reevaluation of life choices. Now, this is a good one for it being the second hit because we still have another one after this on the 30th of September. So if you are reevaluating your life choices with the cazimi, all right, so this is on the 9th, the cazimi is on the 13th. There will be so much more obvious in that time. Now, the cazimi is beautiful, it really is Venus in her most beautiful personality conjunct the sun in Leo, and it is just going to be a beautiful weekend. We've got the moon in Cancer, we've got the sun in Leo exalted, we've got Venus being awesome. So, there might be disruptions right now, but something good will come of it. And then on the 15th, I know that's the following week, but we also have the Sun trine Chiron. All right. So, if these are difficult life choices or reevaluation of life choices and making big changes, then there is healing coming from it. So please don't be all like, Ma, woe is me, because something always good comes from changes, especially if you're allowing the universe to just do its thing without too much fighting back. All right. So moving on, another that could look like impulsive financial choices and the ramifications of those choices. I know we have been speaking of that and everybody has been giving me feedback on all the weird and wacky, impulse spending. And, I got my little Duvalaki here and I couldn't make it work. So I have yet to investigate further. Mercury is in shadow. I'm sure I will get it to work. All right. So more things. A desire for independence. Again, if the honest conversations have not been meeting your need for freedom and satisfaction and independence in relationships, then then you're hitting a wall there. Something has got to give. All right. That also comes in with the South Node now being in Libra and the North Node being in Aries. All right. So we have got this dynamic need for independence and moving forward. And the South Node, the stuff we're releasing, is the codependency of messy relationships and enmeshment in situations. I mean, that's just with the view of Venus retrograde in mind, because there's a whole lot of other things that it could look like. But if, I'm just looking at this situation and those sort of things. All right. So moving on, it's also going to create tension, challenges, and opportunities for growth, leading to resilience. Okay. And that also leads to resolution and confronting old ways of being. All right. So, you know, it's all good to say all this sort of stuff, but you can't 100% blame someone else. There always has to be a degree of self-responsibility in situations. Now, I'm not talking about, physically violent situations or domestic abuse situations, like nothing like that. I'm just talking general functional relationships where there are two people. So if you're getting to your own pattern and you are addressing them in the moment, then fucking awesome. There is going to be good outcomes. But if you're like just not even acknowledging that you had anything to do with the situation, then that's not going to be as easy to resolve. In my mind, I don't think that's going to be as easy to resolve because you're not taking responsibility for where you're at. Okay. All right. Now, Venus has also started to trine Chiron again. So, like I was saying earlier, it is leading us to a healing opportunity based on the lessons that you have been dealing with at this time. Now, we've been doing this for 8 weeks now, guys, and there's been a lot of stuff unfolding, including, the Sun opposition Pluto. Oh my God, just looking back at what we've already been through, one Venus square Uranus shaking shit up, Venus opposition Hygieia, making us have a look at our lives and see, what is it that is actually good for us? What does our well-being look like? And in the beginning, I started asking questions like, what does a good relationship look like for you? This is all about you challenging your own patterns. This is going to be something that repeats every 8 years. So if you can get on top of these underlying issues and, states of flow, then, it's only just you can build upon them each time. And I just want to say here, I'm going to stop share because oh, no, I'm going to pause. Is that actually pausing the recording? Okay. All right. Now this back to the extended week selection. Where am I up to? Okay, so that was Wednesday and the Venus square Uranus. Okay, so now Wednesday night at 11:05, the moon moves into Gemini. Now, heads up, guys, because from now on, when the moon is in Virgo and Gemini, it's going to be ruled by Mercury either in shadow or retrograde or shadow again up until the 30th of September. So from now till then, just heads up on, like I said, the Gemini and Virgo moons, because we're going to have these disruptions. So in saying that, on Wednesday Wednesday 11 p.m. through till like 8:50 a.m. on Saturday, just be careful of miscommunications. Make sure you are double checking with all of the, if you're sending emails, double check that all the links are right. Oh my God, check twice. Watch the decimal places. This Mercury retrograde is going to be full on from the beginning all the way to the end. That's just my prediction. And so far, like I said, it might just be me, but so far it's been ringing true for a lot of people that this Mercury is going to be crazy. All right, so let's go through to Thursday. All right, so we got Thursday. So also on Thursday at 10 a.m., we have got a great aspect. All right, so if you are needing to converse with people on Thursday, try for about 10 a.m. because we've got a trine to Jupiter. Now, earlier I was talking about the moon trine Mercury on Tuesday. All right, so we could express ourselves with clarity. With this one, with a good, like with a Gemini moon, we can go back over old conversations. Maybe if we have to remind someone if we're starting to engage in something. All right. So it looks like, I mean, there's going to be positive news. There could be new tech or learning or teaching experiences. So, you know, I don't know if you're at uni and you need to have a conversation, or whether you need to ring up about learning something around this 10 o'clock on Thursday is awesome for that type of sort of energy. Also, remember for the next couple of months, guys, instruction manuals. Please, please seek instruction manuals, because Mercury in Virgo, it loves a good instruction manual. Any shadow retrograde, man, don't trip yourself up. Have a look at the help button, reach out, ask questions, because that is going to be the easiest way for you to make sure that Mercury retrograde or Mercury in shadow does not bite you in the ass. And it starts now and early. All right. So that was Thursday. So good communication. We've got some, it's funny because at the same time that we've got the Mercury trine Jupiter, we also have the moon square Saturn. So, okay, innovative conversations with the old guard. Just watch when you're talking to people in authority that they don't try to have it over you. We've still got the hangings on of the Sun square Jupiter, where ego can easily get involved. All right. So yeah, if you do, just have respect, I guess, or bite your tongue. I don't know. You need to make it work in your favor. Just watch what you're saying, because it could be easily misconstrued. Okay. So this one's been all over the place. Yay. All right. So I'm up to Thursday. So yeah, Friday looks like a great day. I know that's just like, yay. Okay. So, yep, Friday, we've got a beautiful moon trine Hydrea. Also now opposing the Sun and Venus. All right, so there's going to be multiple opportunities this week for you to choose to do the right thing for yourself. Okay, so if you are, we've got the Sun sextile, the Moon, make good choices for yourself. Okay, so everything has made you, there's other, sorry, all of this self-reflection that we're doing. Does Uranus go retrograde soon too? Yeah, I think Uranus might even go retrograde soon too. We're getting to that part of the year where everything is internalized. Even though we're coming out of winter, there's still a blanket over us as such. I don't know why I use that analogy, but there's still a bit of weight on us at this time, even though the sun's in Leo. Okay, so I'm gonna, yep, so yeah, like I said, Friday looks like a really good day, and then we move into Saturday and Sunday. Like I was saying earlier, the moon is moving into Cancer. That sun is so close now. Mercury and Mars are getting close. I'm going to be in Sydney for this Friday, and I've heads up to myself that I don't get into any tense standoffs with family members, just because of the obviousness of Sun trine Chiron. There could be some past hurts. Mars conjunct Mercury. There could be some angry words around details. Yeah, there's a lot of things going on, but overall it is very, very positive for the weekend. And again, just heads up for miscommunication all over the shop. Now Sunday, all right, let's just get into the cazimi, because that is the turning point. Now it is going to be at It's pretty much, now a cazimi is only a half a degree, all right? So they are at the same degree all day on Sunday. So my God. Okay. So this is basically the king and the queen standing in an embrace in the sky. They are looking for the joy in life. They are romantically linked. You know, that heart air, that heart and creative space is open and receptive to everything. So please make it a day where you can make this a turning point. All right. So it's, the Venus has reached the heart of the matter. This is the turning point. If you can use this Saturday and Sunday to remind yourself about beauty and, the enjoyment in life, then you're going to get the most. Absolutely a good day for socializing, Claudine. Absolutely. All right. You are going to get so much out of this day. It's a time to forgive and forget. Like I said, we do have that trine to Chiron. We are able to release all of these old patterns and stories. That moon in Cancer just has that nurturing and emotional connection to family. So yeah, family connections would be great, Claudine. Like I said, I'm going to be at Daniel's baby shower on that day. And, I think it's just going to be an amazing day. So this is the inferior conjunction to the sun. So this is when we have the Earth and then Venus and then the sun. All right. So once she goes into that, we cannot see her. She comes back as the morning star. All right. So I might take it to stop this extended week, the extended week, and I'll stop the share here and stop this recording, because then I will go into what is Venus doing this week.